So I'm Rachel and this is Emma, and we're here to talk to you about the Deepening Woman series of workshops that we're offering. So the idea first came from wanting to work with women who are coming into menopause, because as you go into menopause, some stuff from your past comes up to be addressed. So what we've found is actually working through the life spiral and going back and revisiting points in our lives and sending healing and doing journey work and having ceremonies really helps us to kind of heal and soothe those parts of our past life. But then this also came up in the work we're doing with the mothers of our girls group.
Yeah, so we're visioning holding our future generations in strength, and so working with youth, and so we've started our work with our daughters of our community, and we've realised that to be able to hold girls, daughters, youth in a good way, we need to be as much as possible in our authentic self so that they can feel the truth of who we really are, so they can then go on their journey of self-discovery and become who they really are. And so when we looked at that, we realised it's the same journey. It's how we need to go back and recover ourselves, recover our inner teenager, recover our mid-girl, and all of those passages on the life spiral and all of the in-betweens, and heal and become our true self, our natural self, so that we can move through menopause in a good way, as Rachel said, but also so that we can then turn back and look at our adolescent children, our daughters, also the boys, but our daughters, and see ourselves as the future elders and feed our youth. We were talking earlier about the mother trees in the forest and how they feed the baby trees, and it's just like that for us. We are, as we get older, we are the strength of our communities, and we need to start feeding our youth. So so we've come together now, haven't we, to create this Deepening Woman workshops.
Yeah, so women can really connect deeply with themselves and feel in a place where they can give to others. And so the format of the course would be, there will be questions and journaling to do at home to work, and just really going back and looking at those parts of your youth where, you know, we weren't held. This is why we do this work, because we weren't held. We were vulnerable teenagers, and the world's changing very fast, so our young people today are dealing with much more than we ever dealt with, and we need to be strong to be able to hold them. So the format will be working with Emma and I in person on the days, and then having homework to do to kind of go back and maybe looking at photographs, really sitting with those parts of yourselves, because, you know, it may seem really simple. Let's just get the girls together and sit with them, or gather the women. But actually, when we've sat with the girls and we've really honoured them and held them, we've done rites of passage with them for their mid-girl, which is around 8 or 9, and for their first blood, grief comes up. Grief comes up for all women, because we were not held and honoured at that time in our life. We weren't. Yeah. There is not many women in their 40s that can say that they were ever. So all that grief, anger, resentment, why wasn't I held? Where were the women there for me? How come I was allowed to go off the rails? You know, we were drinking, taking drugs, having sex, all that kind of stuff. You know, how do we hold the girls, hold the future generations, so they don't feel the need to react in the way we did? And that's what this work is about. It's really finding your strength, your authentic self, so that you are able to then be strong and hold other women, other girls, other boys, men,
and
our
yourself.
Community. Yeah, and most importantly yourself, because as you get towards menopause, self-care becomes really important. Your body really starts shouting at you the things that it needs. And in order to be listening, you need to do this work, to be quiet and to recognise what's going on for you.
And the beauty of the
Keep talking. It's all right.
The beauty of the full circle of that is that when we start the journey of perimenopause, we realise that we're actually mirroring the journey of puberty and the journey to womanhood that our daughters are going through. And if we can be conscious in the journey of menopause, because we weren't during a journey of first blood, how much we can give back to our youth from that place. So the self-care is vital, the self-nourishing and the going back and healing, because then that's when we can give back to our youth from that place. So we'll be doing some journeying in the workshop, which will go back and recover our inner teenager and our inner mid-girl, and then we'll be bringing them with us on the next part of the journey, which will be looking forward to our elderhood and menopause, elderhood, and then to death. So we'll be taking those parts with us so we can be stronger in that place.
So we look forward to welcoming you on the Deepening Woman journey and working with you. And if you need any more information, don't hesitate to contact Emma or I. Thanks.
Thank you.